So Carnot cycle consists of four stages. One is the isothermal expansion, second one is the adiabatic expansion, isothermal compression, and fourth one is the adiabatic compression. Before going to start these steps, we should know what is isothermal process, adiabatic process, expansion of gas and compression of gas. Isothermal process is the process in which temperature of the system remains constant. Therefore, delta T is equals to 0 in an isothermal process. And we know internal energy depends upon the temperature, pressure, volume. That's why delta E also becomes 0 in an isothermal process. Adiabatic process is the process in which neither heat evolves nor heat absorbs, or neither heat leaves from the system nor the heat enters into the system. Means delta Q or Q is equals to 0 in adiabatic process. Now expansion and compression. When gas absorbs heat, that gas expands or expansion of gas takes place. In the expansion of gas, there will be increase in volume of that gas. So there will be increase in volume of that gas in expansion. And in compression, when the system or gas evolves some amount of heat, at that time there will be compression of that gas takes place, and in compression there will be decrease in volume of that gas. So keep in mind that in expansion there will be increase in volume, in compression there will be decrease in volume. Okay. So next we have to see there are four stages, four steps. First is the isothermal expansion. Initially in isothermal process, generally isothermal processes are carried out in heat reservoir or thermal reservoir. So isothermal processes are carried out in heat reservoir. Let us consider a cylinder is fitted with 1 mole of gas. Here gas is 1 mole of gas is fitted, or cylinder is fitted with 1 mole of gas, and that cylinder is placed in the heat reservoir. When heat is absorbed by the gas, the expansion of gas takes place from volume V1 to volume V2. Here amount of heat absorbed is at temperature T2. Volume changes from V1 to V2. So work done in this process or work done in this step will be Q2, because here the amount of heat absorbed at the temperature T2, so that heat is denoted by Q. So Q2 is equals to W1. Here W1 is the work done in step 1 or work done in process 1, which is equals to RT2 ln V2 divided by V1, where V2 is the final volume and V1 is the initial volume. So work done during the first process will be W1 is equals to RT2 ln V2 upon V1. We have given equation as a 1. Now in second step, the volume changes from V2 to V3, V2 to V3. The condition is adiabatic condition. According to first law of thermodynamics, Q is equals to delta E plus W. But here Q is equals to 0 because the condition is adiabatic. Therefore, 0 is equals to delta E plus W. We can write this equation as delta E is equals to minus W. So work done during this process will be W2 is equals to minus delta E. W2 is equals to minus delta E, but we know the molar heat capacity at constant volume is equals to Cv is equals to delta E by delta T. So by transferring this delta T from right hand side to left hand side, there will be change in the sign. That's why divided or in the form of division in the right hand side. जेव्हा आपण लेफ्ट हँड साइडला घेऊ साइन चेंज होईल, डिवाइड से काय होईल मल्टिप्लिकेशन मध्ये येईल. सो डेल्टा E is equals to Cv into delta T, but here delta E is negative, that's why W2 is equals to minus Cv into delta T. Delta T is the change in temperature. So change in temperature can be determined by final temperature minus initial temperature. Here W2 is equals to minus Cv. Here final temperature is T1 and initial temperature is T2. So T1 minus T2. आता आपण जर T2 अगोदर घेतला T1 नंतर घेतलं तर इथला साइन काय होईल चेंज. ओके, सो W rearranging this equation we can write W2 is equals to Cv T2 minus T1. So this is the work done during second step or during second process at adiabatic expansion. So W2 is equals to Cv T2 minus T1. So note down the equation 2 as well as equation 1. Now we have to see what is the work done in the step 3. In step 3 or operation 3rd, there will be changes in the volume as well as pressure. The volume V3 is converted into volume V4. In isothermal compression, there will be decrease in the volume. So V3 is greater than the V4, and V3 is the initial volume and V4 is the final volume in the step 3. So work done during this step 3. In this process, heat evolves, means Q is negative. So Q1 or minus Q1 is equals to minus W3, which is equals to RT1 ln volume. V3 is the initial volume and V4 is the final volume. So RT1 ln V4 by V3. This is the equation third of which is equals to minus RT1 ln V4 by V3. Or this equation we can write by changing this V3 by V4 position. We can write W3 is equals to RT1 ln V3 by V4. Now we have to see the step 4 where the volume V4 changes to volume V1. Here adiabatic compression condition is Q is equals to 0. So delta E, according to first law of thermodynamics, Q is equals to delta E plus W, where Q is equals to 0. So we will get delta E is equals to minus W. Here work done takes place at the step force. That's why W4 is equals to minus delta E. And W4 is equals to delta E is equals to CV into delta T. Here W4 is equals to CV into delta T, change in temperature, initial temperature T1, final temperature T2. So T2 minus T1 minus CV, T2 minus T1. This is the equation 4. This is the cyclic process. Cyclic process is the process in which the system comes to its initial